Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Can't Commit to a Book Club with me, executive producer Jonna. This show is, in fact, produced by the KJ Today Show and sponsored by said KJ Today Show. KJ, thank you for sponsoring the show.
Hey, you're welcome. Also brought to you by ConQuest Journals.
Yes.
Thank you, Shelly.
Woo! Thank you.
Yes, I got my book journal right here.
Mine is, mine's over there.
I have my pencil pouch right here.
Oh, nice. My washi tape's in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You too can get these wonderful items from ConQuest Journals. Go to conquestjournal.com. Take it away.
Thank you.
All right. So
Thank
I'm gonna go around the horn and introduce everybody, and I want everybody to tell me what chapter they're on right now in Iron Flame.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
I have to look. I don't know. I just
I'm also
read.
gonna
I don't
look.
pay attention.
I gotta look too.
Okay.
Who knows what chapter they're on?
I'm glad we prepared.
All right. The Harpers. All right. Shelly from ConQuest Journals. Welcome to the show. What chapter are you on?
Hi, I'm Shelly from ConQuest Journals.
Mm-hmm.
I
Tell
am
us
on.
about yourself, Shelly.
Do you like long walks on the beach?
I don't
What's
like
your
walks on the
zodiac sign?
beach. I like to sleep or sit or read on the beach, and that's pretty much it. I don't like to travel, and I like to be at home. I am on chapter 40 because that's what I do. Everybody reads and gets ahead, and then as Haley knows, I steam on through. Right?
I was gonna say, I'm in last place, I believe, right now.
What chapter are you on, Haley Rose?
I'm still in the middle of 38.
Oh.
I did pass her, like I do. Mm-hmm.
KJ, what chapter are you on?
I would like to say thank you to executive producer Leanne because she also does not pay attention to the chapters.
I do. I have to.
I am on 43. I didn't really.
Me too.
Oh, good. I didn't really. I didn't read it all today, so that's
I got some listening done, but I started to read another book because it was getting a little intense for me. I was like, I need to take a break.
Yeah.
Intense.
It was what was it? Saturday night. I was in the 30s, like the mid 30s. And that is, if you are not that far yet, that's not something you start doing before you go to bed because you will not go to sleep. The mid 30s chapters are like everything is just like everything is happening.
Yeah.
And so it was not a great night of sleep because it was like, when am I going to get a break? I need to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
No sleeping. Yeah, that was me too. Like once I got to like the 20s and 30s, I was like, I have to stop listening to this at some point, right? Like they just because every chapter there was a cliffhanger at the end of every single chapter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was like, this makes me very upset. And I love that each of the things that are at the beginning, whatever
the
they're
little
called.
excerpts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, all of this is just foreshadowing.
Mm-hmm.
I know it is.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been going back and forth between reading and listening, and sometimes that's how I like plow forward because like when I'm putting my makeup on or doing my hair or whatever, driving into the warehouse, I'm listening. But then it's kind of weird because I don't always spatially understand what's happened. So like I have to go back and read to, does that make sense?
Yes.
Like to see where they actually physically are in that moment, if they've changed locations or whatever. So I do go back and forth, but unfortunately, I still do not enjoy her as the reader because she said something so angry earlier today. I was like, that was not, she's like pissed all the time.
But I need to ask.
I walk down the stairs. What?
The only books I've ever listened to are like biographies.
Okay.
So this is my first experience listening to fiction.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how you guys take any of this seriously.
It's
Like
so hard.
her doing all of the other people's voices is so bad. I am like begging for the opportunity. I just haven't been able to read.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh my God, this book, this is killing me. Like, I can't take, even when, like you said, when she's mad, I'm laughing about it. I'm like, oh my God. this is
Well,
so
and
bad.
she said, I think his name is Ulysses, maybe, and
Yeah.
she did his voice. He
Oh
was
yeah, her Ulysses voices.
terrible, and they said Ulysses' voice rang.
Someone's at the door.
Somebody's
Yeah,
at my door.
I'm sorry, it's book club. Go away.
Yeah, go away. Yeah, I don't know. There's okay. Well, that's creepy. There's nobody there now.
Ooh.
Anyway, yeah.
Ding dong ditching.
Oh, it's just a delivery. Okay, I don't know why they're ringing the doorbell. Okay, sorry.
Back to book club, already in progress.
Yeah,
Go
sorry.
ahead.
So and they said she like did that low gravelly voice, and then it said his voice rang out through the chamber or the great hall or something. I was like, that's not a ring out voice.
Right.
I will tell you that there are good ones and there are bad ones. That's really why I couldn't listen to Jim Dale do Harry Potter books, because his Hermione voice was, and I know people love it. I could not with that. His Hermione voice. The third reader on the Lockwood books, when she did their voices, when she did Lockwood, when she did George Cubbins, she did a great job. When she did the Skull, I liked all of her voices. So I think it depends on the actor, really.
I don't know.
Yeah.
When this chick did her first impression of Taryn, I was like, you just ruined that dragon for me. Like,
Impression.
I had the most glorious voice in my head as I read all of Fourth Wing, and I started listening to Iron Flame, and I was like, ugh.
Yeah. Her boy voices don't really do anything. It's the guy who took over for Dane's dad.
Oh, Commandant Varys.
Her Varys voice is awful. I was like, whose grandpa is this?
KJ, I feel the exact same way. I can't read I can't listen to audiobooks because I have such a clear understanding of the voices and what I hear in my head. I can't. And I remember one time, the first time I really tried listening to an audio book, it was a rom-com. And then I tried to read the audio or read the book after, and all I could hear was her doing the male voices. And I was like, now I don't even have my own vision for what they're supposed to sound. I just can't do it.
Yeah. I don't know how anyone would find Xaden attractive listening to the book. Violence! Why did you do that, Violence?
Everything. Oh my gosh.
I
can't. So bad.
It's a real problem for me.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah. I think it's the way that she, how Xaden is written and how she describes him. Is I'm just like, I literally was listening today at work, and because I was doing something, I was doing the mail, right? And I was sitting there, and there was guys, by the way, I'm not gonna say spicy anymore. I'm gonna say zesty.
Zesty. That's a good word. That's a good word, zesty.
Shout out to my sister. There was a very zesty scene that happened, and I was like it was over, and I was like, I gotta go take a walk. I feel like I need to walk or something. I just can't. I had to pause. I left my phone in the mailroom. I put my phone down. I took my AirPods out, and I just walked.
Okay, you're like, I'm gonna take a walk.
I was like, I don't know what to do anymore. I just, what is this life that I'm living currently?
I just watched this TikTok of this lady, and I'm sorry, I have something in my eye. So, anyway, she was like, there are a lot of partners getting lucky this week, and I'm not sure they know it's because their partners are reading Iron Flame. They might know why, but they wouldn't expect it to be a book about dragons. That's
right. Well, I mean, it's not like, I mean, there's only a few zesty scenes. Like, it's they're very like spread out because I mean, because she's just been mad at Xaden for like the whole book. I was like, girl, if you don't just get over it. Like, literally, Haley texted me and she was like, can Violet just get over this, please? And I was like, honestly.
It has been ridiculous. It has been absolutely ridiculous.
Like, I'm dramatic, but like that was dramatic for me. Right. I was like, girl, please.
It's like, I'm mad at you, but I still love you. Like, I'm not going to not tell you that I don't love you.
The amount of conversations over and over, like, I do love you, but I'm mad at you. Right. I do love you, but I'm mad at you. Like, got it. Noted. Like,
oh my gosh. So are you going to tell them about Jay?
Oh no, you can in a second. I was just going to say, I feel like that's probably my most frustrating point of the book so far is like, I don't even understand like why they're fighting at this point. Because
Xaden's not fighting. That's the thing. Right. Like, Xaden's like, I don't care.
Like, Xaden's like, okay, whatever.
Wait, Leanne says it's immature and regressing.
I agree. I agree. It's so immature. Like, I'm forgetting that they're actually in their 20s.
They're like 20.
Honestly.
Yeah. and Taryn's like, ugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Xaden is like, just ask me questions. And she's like, you should just tell me everything. I'm sorry, girl. That's not how communication works. If you want something, you have to ask for it. Use your words, please. You know what I mean? Like,
it's so dumb because she's like, I just want complete honesty all the time. I'm like, he is literally leading a revolution, and what he knows could get you murdered. And he knows that you can't keep a secret.
Clearly.
Like, come on, guys.
I don't understand. And then he's like, I just need to hear 3 little words. And she's like, well, I need to hear them first so I can feel comfortable saying them. And I'm like, it's a lot.
Girl.
Yeah, it's been super annoying.
Okay. Before we go down some of the plot points, I just want to say that Jay, Haley's boyfriend, surpassed us all. Like, what chapter is he on?
I don't think he surpassed KJ.
Okay. So he was counting the number of times they start a sentence with the word gods.
He was so annoyed. He goes, that word is just filler. And I go, Jay, everyone, like, in real life, people are like, God, that's annoying. God, that stinks. Oh my God, can you believe that?
Yeah.
And he goes, well, if it were like a character trait of Violet to say that, but every character says that. I'm like, every person says that. Like, what are you talking about? He's like, she says it like 300 times. And I'm like, I don't even notice it. So moving on with my life, 15 minutes later, I get a text to me and my mother with him looking it up to
on
see
his Kindle. How many times?
He typed gods in to see how many times. It is 156 times.
He did.
In a 60-something like chapter, that's pretty good.
That's not that many.
Not that bad.
Right. And he goes, I was sure it was going to be over 300. And
he's dramatic.
Like, Jay, he's so dramatic.
You know what? He's just made himself hyper fixated on it.
He did.
He's like imagining it where it is in.
Yeah.
Oh, I should let you guys know tonight that in addition to book club, we do have What's Cooking with Patches and the Cats going on.
Patches.
There's Patches.
I saw Patches down there in the little behind the scenes. Hi, Patches.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Good.
Man, how do you feel about Iron Flame?
Well, I gotta say, I'm backing up Jay on this one, even though he and I have never met. Just like how people say certain things.
Using a lot of filler words there, Patches.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. No, so far I'm glad I don't read books right now. So
he's really enjoying it. There's something that's keeping me quiet.
and I don't know. I mean, you're doing What's Cooking with Patches, but I don't see Jonna, Haley, or I having any of the What's Cooking.
Well, maybe we need to do a book club at the house sometime.
Oh, we can
Ooh, that'd be
totally do
fun.
that when it's not St. Patrick's Day and we get 2 orders of pizza.
That's right.
Honestly,
That's right.
that was such a good time.
But that was iconic. What a great. That was a great
One of my
day.
favorite holidays.
Yeah.
For those of you not following along, we had an epic St. Patrick's Day, which we refer to in our house as St. Patches Day because of course, producer Patches.
Patches, his favorite day of the year.
Welcome.
Yes. And yes, it did end in multiple pizza companies bringing pizza to our house.
and Haley holding our cat Malcolm the entire evening.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it was great.
It was really wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, back to cooking, Patches. Thank you.
All right. Yes,
What are
ma'am.
you cooking?
Oh, they want to know what you're cooking.
Yeah.
I am doing teriyaki filet strips with chicken pot stickers and cauliflowered rice.
Ah,
Ooh.
yes.
So
One of your
excuse me?
darts fans is checking in.
Oh, well,
Yes.
How come I wasn't invited over for dinner? Patches, I thought you were doing. Wait, no. I'm just kidding. It's Tuesday. I thought it was Monday, and I was like, "Wait a minute! You said darts," and I was like, "Patches is supposed to be at darts right now."
No, brother Richie of one of our team sponsors, All Star Heating and Cooling. He's checking in. So what's up, brother Richie?
I really thought Patches was going to be.
We did have lots of darts conversations today, and
Yes,
we did watch darts.
Yes, we did.
Of course you did.
Of course we did.
Yes, we did.
Mhm.
All right.
Every day this week, baby.
Get back to the
Watch
kitchen and make my dinner.
Yeah.
Yep.
Aggressive. Love you.
Get in the kitchen and make my dinner.
I love that. I do love that we have Richie here. He's all tuned in for the Iron Flame conversation.
That's right. That's right, Richie.
As you should be.
All right, Jonna, back to you.
All right. So I know that we're all in different spots in the book because I'm in the middle of chapter 43. And I'm sure KJ's probably also in the middle, but just because we're both in the middle doesn't mean we're in the same middle.
Right.
So since Haley and Shelly who's Shelly?
Haley.
Are you the farthest behind?
Haley's the farthest behind.
Okay. Haley, what was the last big thing that just happened?
And Darna's wing is not fully grown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was so sad about that.
I know.
We were just making terrible things with Andarna. First of all, they're like, "Oh, you really, really like that dragon? She's just gonna sleep through most of the book. Sorry."
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, you thought it was super fun that she was gold. She's not.
I know.
She's black now.
And I thought the extra long sleep was going to mean extra long special powers.
Same.
She lost her power. She can't even do the time thing now.
Right.
I'm like, what have you done to this dragon?
I am holding out so much hope that Rebecca is going to do us well and have some crazy thing.
As of right now, she hates us.
Yeah, she does.
She hates us.
But there have been so many epic things in this book and a half that we've read that I've been I just want to throw things. I'm so excited because it's so
I get that.
I'm ready to go to war with these dragons.
Yeah.
I feel like she's got to be. I don't know. I know Rebecca is new to fantasy, but I love fantasy, and I feel like everything happens for a reason. So I'm hoping that this goes somewhere.
I hope so, because also, in the same in the same vein of things, if she doesn't do something super redeeming or interesting with Dane, why did he ever exist?
Dane kind of gets a little on the redeeming side.
It's a moment though. There's nothing like that. I feel like that was
not. I mean, it's not top 10 most redeeming things to ever happen in the book, but it's something. It's a step into where he was. But because yesterday when I was listening, it was when Dane was I want to challenge Violet to a match, and I was like, first of all, You're gonna do what?
Mm-hmm.
Just to get his hands on her.
Yeah.
How many
You know
books
what?
are projected? You know what? That's what Leanne just
5.
asked. Go ahead, Haley. Do you know?
How many books are
5.
projected this year?
5 books.
For the series?
Really?
Ugh.
We got ways
We're
to
in this
go.
for the long haul.
Oh God.
I don't know if I can.
God, that's
KJ.
Twilight long, man.
Okay, I did save one of my favorite quotes just because I think Riddick is so cute.
That's
Yes.
the only thing about listening that I hate is that I can't like highlight like where I have good lines. Because
Yeah.
I also love Riddick. I want Riddick to find the love of his life. I want that for him.
So after she like spills the beans to her crew,
Oh my gosh,
and
it would be the same thing I highlighted.
they're hanging out in there together, and he says, you know, they kept journals, blah blah blah, and then he goes, he's like flipping his knife, and then he stops because they're all staring at him. He goes, wait, do I actually know something about the archives that you don't? A grin flashes across his face. I do, don't I? And I can totally, I mean, because Riddick is such a goofball, right?
Mhm.
And then he's like flipping this knife. He's like, yeah, they have journals. And then everybody's like, what? And wait, I know
Dude.
something. It's so cute.
I loved that. I also loved the what's his name? Arik. I don't even know what his real name is, but
Yes,
like
Eric.
the prince or whatever.
Yeah.
Like him just being like, I'm not gonna help you guys do this thing. And they're like, it'll make your dad very upset. And he's like,
I'm
what?
in.
Okay.
I'm
in.
totally down.
Yep. And then he just drags Violet through. He's like, boom.
Mhm.
He doesn't care. He's like, boom, I'm doing it.
I have to say, going off of Andarna and hoping Dane has a redeeming quality,
Mhm.
going along the same trail of thought of let's hope this weird plot twist actually comes out of something. Jack fucking
Sorry, this is not for families.
sorry, my bad, guys.
I
Jack
don't have a dump button. Sorry, guys.
Jack Barlow.
Yeah.
Yo, do y'all know I was at work listening to that happen and I was like, oh no, oh no, oh my god, I was shook.
Yeah,
Okay,
but then it didn't matter.
I know. I
Like,
mean,
He's
literally,
like, oh, okay. And
literally the
that's
only
so
thing.
very soap opera-y.
And then he is suddenly like not evil.
Right, and he like saves Violet's life or whatever, and I'm like,
the whole thing is, unless there's some reason they had to save him so his dragon didn't suffer, but like out of all the cadets that die, which are hundreds a year,
Mhm.
right? Why would they save this one?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I like? What?
Right.
Yeah.
yeah,
It was super weird. That was the
weird.
thing. So Jana was behind and we were texting.
Yeah.
And a lot of people who are reading this book right now are trying to like talk in code with their friends.
Yes. Yes.
Right? And we're all like, this is the dumbest thing. Have you made it to the dumb thing? Hurry up, Jana. You need to get to the dumb thing.
I'm sorry, I have to work.
So did you know then when you got to it? Like
that was the dumb thing.
No, I didn't know that was the dumb thing. And
Oh
then
my
you guys were
God.
like, that's the dumb thing. And I was like, this is a terrible thing.
Yeah.
And then he just hasn't done anything. Like, is he even with them? Like
No.
I don't.
Well, like in
part
Did
2.
he go with them?
Yeah,
don't
like
know.
when
I don't
everybody
know.
like left the school, like is he even with them? Because they haven't mentioned him at all.
Yes. Wait. Yes, they did. I think they did.
I don't think so.
Is
Maybe
he in
not.
a race show with them?
I don't think we've heard of him
I-
since Aya and the turret situation.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
I that's another one where I was like shocked, and then I was like, well, this is kind of dumb. But then like my hopeful brain is like, I do hope this goes somewhere crazy because otherwise I'm going to be frustrated that this happened for nothing. Because
Yeah.
it seems like if it happens for nothing, it's going to be one of those things where it's like a little bit like over, like I know this because Jay's a gamer. They call it OP, like overpowering. Like, okay, you just did this crazy thing, like for what? Just because you could,
Yeah.
So hopefully it goes somewhere.
I mean, like
OP.
they're
I
all
like
like like Dane's dad is the one who's like putting out all these hits on them or whatever. And I'm like, I feel like if he really was, like everybody would already be dead by now. Like there wouldn't be so many of y'all left. Like, so who else could it be?
Yeah.
Like, and I just don't trust Dane. Like, even though they're like, no, he's cool. I'm like, okay, he gets his one little redemption, like this, like he's like, like, how you have the curve for the redemption. He's just like going up, right? Like he's not fully like at the top of the redemption hill. And I'm just like, I still don't trust you. And then he had the audacity to be mad when she was like, you stole my memories. And he was like, I didn't do that. And I was like, you literally set her up to be murdered, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, he's like, no, I didn't do that. And I'm like, literally, that's what happened. I was like, you're such a man. I hate you.
Yeah. And you know what? The two governments, the two governing bodies are, and maybe that's just because there was a Hunger Games marathon on this weekend. So, I watched part of that and it reminded me of like they get away from the district or from the capital and Snow and they're in District 13, which, she's just also power hungry and kind of evil. Not that it's exactly the same, but there's definitely a little bit of that dystopian vibe. And for some reason, all of the leadership hates her, I don't know. I mean, I just think like, and that's probably actually one of the more realistic things because you're not going to go have this new government and everybody's going to be a good, benevolent person as well.
Right.
But it's just kind of frustrating, I think, that,
It also makes me super frustrated how jealous Violet is of that. What's her name?
Cat.
That cat girl. I'm like, who cares about her, bro? Like, you are with this man. Like, who cares if he was with her? That's what. Okay, look, I'm gonna go on a rant here about how that irritates me so bad. It's like, oh well, she's so much prettier than me. I'm like, this man has literally been begging you to love him, to tell him that you love him, and you're jealous of her because she's quote unquote prettier than you. Please get out of my face.
Yep.
Yeah, kind of like Taryn said, he was like, she wasn't chosen by a dragon and you were chosen by two. Like, know your self-worth, girlfriend.
Yes,
right?
yes. He said, I love that
Taryn.
part when Taryn's like, pull yourself together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously. He's like, you're worth more than this. This human feeling is below you.
Right.
Yeah.
He's so like dad-like, but he's also got his moments where he's like, look, you're doing great, okay? Like, you're kind of stupid, but like you're doing such a good job.
You're kind of dumb and you're annoying, but
he's
you're
like,
doing great.
He's hitting her with the Kris Jenner. You're doing great, sweetie. You're doing such a good job.
Can you imagine if you like lived as long as him and when you're like your rider died, like you're like, oh my God, I have to go back to some freaking kid now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be stupid.
He's this dumb girl.
Make all these dumb choices and be like so dramatic about her relationships. Like it's gotta be so annoying to be him.
Probably.
You know what I love that she's put in this book, and this is such a small thing, but something that for some reason I was just craving is when she scratches him and Andarna under the chin.
I did love that.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know why. I was just craving that like relationship, affection from them. And so when I read that, I was like, oh.
And it's so true, honey. And everybody's saying, like, what I'm reading is that everybody's saying the one thing that they wanted more of from Fourth Wing, that they still want more of in Iron Flame. So for future books, if Rebecca Yarros ever hears us, more dragon. Dragon.
Yeah.
We can't get enough dragon. We don't have enough dragon. We need more dragon. More dragon.
Like, I want the dragon side of things. Like, what are they thinking? And all of this stuff is going on.
Or at least more interaction between her and Taryn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wonder if we're going to get more insight. Obviously, we still have quite a bit of the book to go. But I'm kind of interested to see, because it almost feels like this huge conflict is coming to a head right now.
Right.
Yeah.
And if there are still 3 books to go,
right.
And it is called the Empyrean series.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of hoping / interested to see if we're going to get more of the hierarchy of the dragons, and maybe we're going to see more now that the dragons are, maybe we're going to see more of their politics now that the dragons are individually making their own decisions. Because I don't think that's really happened before.
Right.
Yeah, because I mean, like the head dragons or whatever were like, we're not going to condemn you if you want to like go and fight this war with your humans. We're not going to stop you, but like we kind of like do what you want to do. Like we don't care if you do it. We don't want you to do it, but we don't care if you do it.
Yeah.
So I was
and
like,
some of the dragons made the choices for him. Some dragons like cut off the communication.
I was just going to ask, if you were a writer and you had all these people around you seeing these memories that you were just told about, and your dragon made that decision for you, I don't know how I'd feel.
I'd be pissed. I'd want to make the choice.
Yeah. I don't know how you could be sitting around there and then like, what would you, I don't even know what I would do. I'd be like, okay, well, I'm going to go, I don't know,
Yep.
That'd be hard.
It's like, clearly I have to be on the bad guy's side now, apparently.
Right.
I have to fight for the bad guys now.
Oh, speaking of dragons, did you guys know who Taryn is based on? Loosely?
Toothless.
No, I love Toothless. That was also on last weekend.
So good.
Her English bulldog that died last year.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. Very curmudgeonly. He lived to be like 12 and a half, which apparently is super old for a bulldog. And he said he's like, he's like, he's going around the house. He's like, curmudgeonly. And so that was that's the voice like of her English bulldog that she kind of based Taryn off of.
I love it. I have a question for for the whole group, but I was curious because Jonna, you went to school for writing, and Haley, you're a teacher,
an educator.
And I keep seeing all of these TikTok posts about how angry people are about the writing in this book. That it's like the actual writing is bad. And I feel like for me, and I feel like it's being written as if like I prefer a conversational writing style. So I don't care if it's grammatically correct. It's the way that she speaks.
Yep.
Yeah.
But, oh my gosh, there's Spike.
Hi, Spike.
I've seen hi, Bubba.
Hi, Spike. Oh my
God, he's so big.
We got a cat sighting.
Look at how chill he's being.
He looks like a little panther. He looks so bad.
Spiky.
He won't, he hates all camera work. Like I have to look. I will
Mike said, absolutely not. Get that camera off of me.
Yeah, I don't know how I sometimes trick him. He's just like, look, woman, you are so look, I'm gonna try to
there he is. Look at the camera. He's like, no, I'll look this way.
Yeah.
He looks like such an angry little panther.
He does. He gets so angry.
He's
All
so
right.
cute.
Yeah. And he's
like,
like, why are you
right now?
Yeah. He's like, why are you in here at your desk?
He's like, so this is the reason my mother doesn't pay attention to me. This
because I'm reading.
I don't even know where Sock's went. He's literally somewhere around this house.
I didn't notice any writing grammatical issues. Maybe I'm just not smart enough. I don't know.
I've seen a lot of those TikToks, and it's made me kind of like hyper fixate and like be like, do I think that? But I kind of agree. Like I really like the dialogue. Like I find myself stopping and during high intensity action scenes or descriptive scenes, missing the dialogue. Like I almost like the dialogue makes me feel a part of it more.
Yeah.
Standing in the room listening. Rather there are these dense conversations. And I think that the jargon or the whatever you want to call it, the modern vernacular, that's what you call it. I feel like that makes it more relatable. And actually she spoke on it before, Rebecca did. And she said this is my first fantasy book, and I wanted to make this a book for non-fantasy readers that got them into reading fantasy. And I think that's what the way she's writing is doing. I even told Mom, like, when I started reading it, I was like, I'm finding this book a lot easier to swallow world building wise and just in general than other fantasy books I've written because of the way it's written. So I like it a lot, actually.
Since I'm listening to it, like it's a little bit easier to follow, but like even when I read books that have like grammatical errors or like whatever, like I'm just like, oh, that's just like one or two. Like it doesn't take me out. Like if that bothers you so much that it takes you out of the story, then you don't actually care about the story of the book.
Right.
You just care about finding a fault in the book.
Right.
That's my personal opinion.
And there have been, I don't know, there have been a lot of printing issues.
Oh my gosh, the printing issues.
The map being upside down, Fourth Wing being printed on Iron Flame books.
What a good time.
I think it's been weird because it's been all different problems.
Yeah.
It's not like we did a first run and all of the first run we screwed this thing up.
No.
Right.
It's so weird that there's so many different issues.
And it's so funny because people have done the research, ladies. Like some of them are like, now I thought it was only all of the books that were printed in Italy. We found that they used 5 different printers, and the Italian books appear to be coming to Amazon and Walmart. Now, I have an Italian book from Amazon that's just fine, but this Italian book from Walmart has 20 pages printed upside down. I'm like, holy
oh my
God.
Who cares? Go buy a new book. Like
they're doing the work.
Like,
they're doing the work.
Wow.
Literally, the only thing I can say about if you get a book that's misprinted, it's gonna be worth money later.
Right.
Like, just go buy a new book or listen to it. Like, I don't know. It just really it really grates on me that people like are like looking so deeply into it. I'm like, do you actually care about the book or the author? Like,
but the ones that there's like missing pages and stuff.
I
would like a new book, please. Because
but I mean, like, you don't have to be all over the internet. Like, all of these books from Italy are effed up.
Yeah,
don't buy them. Like, just like, hey, my book was messed up, so just check yours.
And I think the publisher said, if you contact us, we'll replace misprints or whatever. So. Haley, do you want to show them? So Haley went to 2 different release parties.
Oh yeah.
And go ahead.
Yeah, I wish I can send some of, I took little videos and everything, which I can send to you guys for maybe when we finish the book so we can show it later. The first one I went to was at my local bookstore here in Bloomington, called Morgenstern's, and it was aesthetically pleasing, but it was definitely more of a space for you to go with your friends to discuss. Like, it wasn't very guided. It was also their first, I think, time doing something like that, and we had over 125 people there, which is like crazy for a small bookstore in Bloomington. And they even posted, like, we are so sorry we ran out of things. We had no idea. But so I had to walk the parapet to get in.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, no, she knocked us over.
Now they're on her computer.
She didn't make it past the parapet.
So they took my name at the beginning and at the end. And then I got my little bag that has the keychain that tells me I'm 4th Wing, tail section 3rd Squad. My dragon is a green dagger tail, and there he is. And I'm a shadow wielder.
Wow.
Yeah,
so everybody got different ones. The bags had different, like, dragons and powers and things like that. And that's really cool.
And then it came with like stickers and some friendship bracelets they put in here and cute little things. That was my favorite part. The trivia there, I out of 22 questions, I knew one, guys. It was so hard. One of the questions was how many steps were in the turret on the way to the parapet.
No.
I
So
wasn't listening that hard.
when she walked around and was like, okay, I'll take your trivia papers, I literally flipped mine over. I was like,
I'm not turning this test in.
I was like, I'm taking this as a study guide for the next book
for her next party.
So that was that one. And then the second one was actually just this past Saturday at a local bookstore in Louisville. And this one was like a party. Like they had 4 tables with different things you could do. We made friendship bracelets. They had dragon origami. My favorite thing I did.
Did you make a dragon?
No, that table was pretty cool. I spent too much time painting the edges on my mother's book. Let's see if I can get it to focus. I don't know.
Oh
if I
yeah.
Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah, there it is.
She painted the edges of my book.
That's
So
so
they
cool.
had a table with different paint colors and stencils that you put on your book and you paint over it. So I spent I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. So I did that, and they had quizzes. Their trivia was a lot easier. But yeah, overall they were really fun. Jay did at the bracelet making table. I made one with black beads and it says Taryn on it. Like other people are doing ones for different, mostly like dragon based. I look over and Jay is alternating between blue beads and puts J on his bracelet.
He just did. He didn't do a dragon bracelet. He didn't do
one for me. He's
wear his own name
on his wrist. I was like, you're supposed to be like doing like based off the book. And he's like, I just don't feel connected to anything like that right now.
Or you.
Yeah. I was like, this is why I'm making one for a dragon and not you, obviously.
No friendship bracelets to be had over there with Haley and Jay.
Yeah, I literally looked over and I go,
Jay.
yeah, you should see my face. This is me. That says Jay. And he's like, yeah.
Like, what did you think it was going to say?
Yeah.
It's so
like,
cute.
I don't know.
It's
Not
so
like
cute.
we're here for a book or anything.
Not like
I can't believe he said he's not connected to any of the characters.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know. That's not what connected to himself always and forever. He is number one.
He said, I am my own number one fan, okay?
Oh my God.
That's
Oh,
funny.
Anyway, but they were really cool. And we, I was talking to him after. I was like, welcome to the cult. And he was like, is it really that big? And I was like, Jay, I don't. And then I talked to Mom and I go, I don't think they've had release parties. And she said since the Twilight books. So I was like, this is a pretty big deal to have nationwide release parties.
Huge deal.
Oh yeah,
Huge
this
deal.
like the Empyrean series is definitely it's like the next Twilight. Like it is like it's like Twilight Empyrean series. Like that's where it is. Like there's been other like fantasy book series in between them, but none that are like as big as these are right now.
Right.
And
because like Sarah J. Maas doesn't even have release parties.
Yeah.
And, so I can't think of another series.
Did they do that, Shelley, for the Harry Potter books?
Yes.
They were doing release parties,
Yes,
right?
they did.
Yeah.
That's the series that they actually started doing.
That's what I thought.
Midnight release parties. And Haley and I went with Sally and met my friend Jim, and we went to the Deathly Hallows midnight release party. Didn't we, honey?
Yeah, that was crazy. I was 9, so I don't remember a lot, but I remember the big thing, like, for that release party was, like, there are bookmarks that was like, I'm with Snape, or, like, other bookmarks that would be like, Snape's evil, because you didn't know at the time. Like, that book hadn't come out. So it was pretty cool. Yeah. So it was very fun to, like, go and remember I'm definitely going to go to try to go to all of them going forward. Like, it was really fun. So
Leanne says, I wonder if this book will diminish hope for a third. I don't think so. I mean, I think that there are a lot of people that just, want to hate on things. But
Yeah.
the sales of this book, the hype around the book, most
Bless
people
you,
are
Shelley.
enjoying it.
That was Spike sneezing on me.
Was it really?
Bless you, Spike.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, KJ. He just sneezed on me, literally. I mean, let's just understand what's happening right here.
I love that he's being so chill still.
Right?
So he
And
just looked up at me and sneezed in my face and then continued. Yeah, wait to sit.
It's like, did I
That's too cute. And then there's Johnny Storm in the kitchen begging for chicken.
Oh, yes.
His brother
Spike's
from another
brother from another mother. Tell Spike Leanne said bless you.
Bless you. They all say bless you since you sneezed on my face.
There we go.
He said, there's the chicken.
There we go. Johnny Storm's getting chicken. How's dinner coming along, Patches?
Really good.
Really good, he says.
Because I think we're wrapping up here. I'm ready to eat.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
What's our ETA?
15.
15.
That's
Okay,
what he
so
always says.
25.
That's what he always says.
And not a damn word out of your mouth, Kelly.
Kelly. Did he say Kelly?
Okay, so 25.
25. Not
25.
a damn word out of your mouth. Or as the narrator of the book, not a damn word out of your mouth, Shelley.
He said in a ringing voice.
Like if she was narrating me and Patches having a conversation, that's what Patches would sound like. Not a damn word out of your mouth, Shelley.
For the record, I don't like any of you.
You love us, Patches. That's why we're going to have, once we finish reading Iron Flame, we're going to have book club at your guys' house.
Yeah, there we go. We could have the post-read party at our house.
Yeah.
Let's see. Leanne says, you people are still dressed and I'm in my PJs.
I'm in my pajamas. What are you talking about?
I'm definitely in my PJs. I don't know what the Harper's got going on over there.
I came home and got in the shower and then laid down until it was time for book club.
Listen, I was trying to be a little professional. I got business up front, casual on the bottom.
I like it. You guys, I had a whole day. I realized at like 1:15 that I was still in my pajamas, like I had not showered or anything. And so I literally took like the fastest shower and just got in another pair of pajamas. It's been that kind of day.
Weekend, KJ. I wake up and I lay around for a little bit and I'm like, it's 2:00. I should probably take a shower or something. And I'll shower and then I'll just go lay back on the couch in my new pajamas. That's fine. All right. So with, 10-ish minutes to go, what are your predictions for the rest of the book?
Ooh, can I go first?
Yeah, go ahead,
absolutely, Patches.
Everybody's going to die.
Okay, thank you.
This is an Infinity War, sir.
All right, thank you. Go back to the kitchen and make my dinner. Goodbye.
Yeah, he's got 15 minutes. He's got 12 minutes now. 12 minutes, Patches, to make dinner.
Look how sad he is.
Bye, Patches. Inappropriate gestures for this family-friendly show.
I can't.
I don't make predictions, but my hope.
I don't make predictions.
I just hope that she does some better storytelling with Dane and Darna. I just need something more.
Johnny Storm is on the counter.
Oh boy.
Patches.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Donna.
I'm sorry. He's still on the counter.
I'm just like Brandon is on the kitchen table, I think, in there. He's like those brothers.
Okay, he got down. I'm sorry. I just was like sitting here and I was listening and I just looked down at Patch's little box and I just saw him up on the counter and I was like, oh no,
So guys, we can see the like backstage area as well. So Patches is in the backstage area, so we can still see the little like box of like what is happening
What's
in our
happening
kitchen.
down there in the kitchen?
And Johnny Storm definitely took advantage of the fact that Patches walked out.
I don't know what he got on the counter, Patches, but it was whatever food was on the counter he got.
I hope he didn't get my steak.
That's exactly what he got, you know.
Shelly, do you have predictions?
No, but I do think that she's going to have to leave it again on some sort of a cliffhanger because with 3 more books, I think it's going to be interesting to see where that's headed, and I think a lot more is going to come out about her mom and dad.
Yeah.
Maybe not in this book, but in future.
Yeah,
books.
because you had some theories on her mom.
Yep.
And she still just pops in and she's kind of terrible. And I mean, this book, like we got a little bit of like, I'm doing this for you, for my kids, but we're like, but why?
But it's like you torture them. I don't. Yeah.
Is it? I don't know. I'm not sold on that.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like the fact that they're still like keeping the fact that Brennan is alive like a secret from their mom. He's like, I don't care if she knows I'm alive or not.
We've got to put a pin in Mama Sorrengail's little development that we had. We definitely need to talk about that next time because that was interesting.
Yep.
Yes.
Her what? I'm sorry.
Her development, like because she
all of a sudden is acting like she did all this for the kids.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Classic narcissistic mom. I did this for you.
I think we're going to find out some crazy stuff about Andarna's lineage. I have seen, because we know that she's not Sigale and Terrence, and that's been like brought up at least twice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen some crazy theories on TikTok that she could be somehow related to General Melgren's dragon.
You know what? Now that you say that, because like his dragon was like goldish or whatever, and she was gold, so I was like,
Yeah, so I think that'll be interesting. I definitely think it's going to be a huge cliffhanger because just I've seen people's reactions on TikTok, and I'm in a group chat with 3 other coworkers who finished it Sunday night, and they texted me and they were like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm going to recover from this. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life now that I finished this book.
Oh,
so
no.
I can't do a book hangover.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty big one from what I've heard and what I've seen.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, wait. One thing we didn't talk about, I just have to bring this up very quickly. Do you ever just take a drink from somebody who runs up and gives you a cup in a war?
No, that was the dumbest thing.
That was the dumbest thing. Okay, go ahead.
That
dumber than
professor
Jack.
that was just like, oh, here's a drink that I just so happened to have
The
free.
Minder. It was Nolan, the Minder.
Yes, it was Minder.
Yeah.
Here,
It was
she's
like,
standing out in the courtyard.
He's like, I just happened to have this refreshing lemonade. You should drink it right now.
Dude, I saw when he walked up to when he walked up there and he was like, oh, I have this tea for you. And I was like,
I literally was like,
what?
Violet, you literally smelled this in your interrogation.
Bro!
And you were like,
God.
this. Also, Nolan's been like MIA for like this whole year. And he just is like, here.
Yep. Have a drink.
Yeah, that was me.
Lemonade.
MIA, and then whoop.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite thing.
That would be a highlight.
Yeah, that's what I imagine.
Yeah, like
Out of
it was just so weird. She's like, yeah, I can definitely trust this guy. He's been mending me for years. Girl, he just gave you poison. And when she smelled it, she was like, it smells different. And I'm like, and was that not a red flag, bro? Like,
I was texting Haley. I was like, what?
Also,
I was so annoyed.
I was like, you did this whole plan and you left with a cream satchel.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why was your satchel just out in the open? Why didn't you like give it to someone else?
Tuck it
Yeah.
away, put it in a black bag since you wear all
Right.
blacks. I don't know. Yeah. Yep.
Something.
Mm.
I'm like, Violet, you sometimes she just does the dumbest things. I'm like, you're just be asking for trouble, bro.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And
What's
so,
your-
okay,
What's your prediction, Jonna?
I don't know. Now that I know that I'm gonna get my heart broken, and I'm probably gonna have to wait like a year for the next book to come out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just what I want is not that I really care about Dane, but I would love for him to get redeemed a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And then now that they're in Aracia and they've got all the cadets and stuff, like I would, they're basically having their own war college with like 3 professors.
Yeah.
And all these like 3 professors have to choose like 10 different subjects.
Oh,
I was like, that's a small town college for you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just hope that like there's more like I don't know. I don't really have like a good prediction. I just want there to be more, but I also like hope that in the next book that we get Zayden's perspective. Like I would love for the 3rd book to be from Zayden's point of view. Not because I love Teddy Hamilton, the narrator, who is Zayden's voice.
But you do.
But
Yeah.
I do. He has such a great narrator voice, right?
Mhm.
But like I feel like because it was the last book club we had when we were talking about it, and one of you was like, "Oh, like she said that he won't get his own book until he like redeems himself or whatever." And I'm like, "Well, I feel like he's like redeeming himself like pretty legitimately." And even though Violet, being the dumb girl that she is, when he was like literally like, "Oh, I'm going to take you to meet with the people for the weapons. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that." And she still was just like, "I just don't know if I can trust you." I'm like, he is literally letting you in. And he doesn't want to because he wants to keep you safe. But he wants you to. It just makes me so mad that she was withholding her love from him. That's so triggering. Like, don't withhold your love from somebody just because you're mad at them. Like, I don't care how mad I am at somebody. I'm still going to tell you I love you.
Mm-hmm. Jonna, did you know that there was like a special edition 4th Wing?
Mm-hmm.
There's Zayden perspective at the end of that added content. Which I have the book, so I got it's back. You can't see it. It's fine. The pretty red one,
Yeah.
It comes with extra Zayden content, which she said, even though they're not gonna print anymore, I don't think. Once they run out of it, I guess she's gonna put it on our website. But so I'm interested to read that because I saw that TikTok that she said that, but then she came out with this like special edition that had extra. But I don't know what I haven't looked into it at all, so I don't know what his perspective is even about. Which
I just opened it and I have one, so you guys can borrow my copy.
Okay.
It looked like I feel like it started like chapter 9, but it was Zayden chapter 9. So I don't know what happened in chapter 9 in 4th Wing, but I think it's a few earlier chapters from Zayden's perspective.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I would love that. It's probably like weapons runs and like,
Mm-hmm.
God, I hate Violet so much because I mean, like, me too, bro.
Yeah.
Like, to go along with like hating heroines, like I'm all about girl power, but like,
yeah,
she's very annoying.
I did not see anything, so don't judge, don't hate. I was flipping through the book to see how many pages it had, and I think there is a Zayden chapter at the end, like there was.
I think so, because I think
Okay.
that on the like on the narrator's part of like the audiobook, it says like whatever the girl's name is. I could
Mhm.
I don't even know her name. That's how like that's how uninvested I am in her as a narrator. But Teddy Hamilton is also on there, and he is Zayden's voice.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. So yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't have a problem with the writing style or anything because I'm very invested in like I immediately was sucked in as soon as I was listening to it, reading it. Like I was immediately in that world.
Yeah.
I want there to be more Dane. I want there to be more of Violet learning how to use her powers because she is terrible.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, girl, like,
Yep.
get it together.
Yep.
But I love that, Haley. I don't know where you're at, but that one professor who was like, girl, you suck.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yes, I'm glad somebody told you,
Oh,
because
she's
man,
not there yet. She's not there.
no,
yet.
girl, just wait. It's so fun. I was literally cackling. I was like, you tell her, bring her down a peg.
Yeah. Yeah, I am just gonna start like I think start getting into how it looks now that they're all there.
Okay.
Wise, like, because I just learned about Andarna and her wing.
Yeah.
And so I think I'm about to.
Yep.
That was real sad.
You just wait. It's a whole mess.
It's a mess, okay? And like I'm on chapter 43 of like 60. How many chapters is it? Where are the chapters? There's 66 chapters in this book.
Okay.
And I'm on 43.
Me too.
So we still have a lot of aggressiveness to go.
Mm-hmm.
Patches, is
Patches?
dinner ready?
Patches, it's been 16 minutes.
It's been 16 minutes. Is dinner ready?
Wait, we gotta use the angry narrative. Patches looks old.
Patches, is dinner ready?
It's
been
16
Is dinner ready? If dinner's not ready, there's going to be violence. Now,
No, he's got to make
he's
it
not
all over
speaking
again
to me
because Johnny
anymore.
Storm ate it all.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you guys talking to me?
KJ's just having pot stickers, no steak.
Yeah.
There's no steak.
I'm on my way downstairs. I hope dinner's ready.
Steak's already done.
Nice.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Wow. Character development.
Good.
So proud.
Character development.
So proud.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
All right, peeps. Thanks for coming to book club, everybody. Appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for watching. Please make sure you like, review, and subscribe to KJ Today Show and the Can't Commit to a Book Club. Super long title. We'll be back on here, I don't know, probably in like a couple of weeks, probably after Thanksgiving, most likely.
Yep.
To talk about Fourth Wing and not Fourth Wing. What are we reading? Iron Flame. To
Flame.
talk about the epic conclusion of Iron Flame, because I'll probably be. I don't know if I'll make it. I might be still crying if I'm being
Bring
honest.
your tissues.
Right.
Yeah.
And we'll probably be at KJ's house, and Patches is gonna be cooking something, and hopefully not ordering two different pizzas from two different pizza places.
All right.
And can I also say, since ConQuest Journals is a sponsor of the KJ Today show,
Go ahead, Patches.
we have some very exciting things coming up here very soon.
Yes.
Yes.
So make sure you like and follow all of our socials, because we have some big announcements that are going to be happening literally days away.
Days away.
Ooh, days away.
Days
All
away.
right.
Yes.
Check us
All
out
right.
at ConQuest Journals everywhere.
ConQuestJournal.com.
Everywhere.
All right.
And can I share one thing with you guys?
No.
Because I'm super excited. Mitch Albom, his new book came out today, and he didn't personally like put this in an envelope and send it to me, but his publisher did. And I am going to be interviewing him on November 21st, and I'm freaking out, man.
That is awesome.
Now you see how I felt when I was interviewing Joe Arden.
Well, in addition to being like one of the greatest authors of our time, he's also a DJ. Like, he's a legendary DJ.
Oh, that's cool.
Sportscaster, and he works in Detroit, which is where I was before I came to Indianapolis. So there's like all of these like reasons for me to fangirl out. But I just find it interesting that at this time of my life, when we've started a book club, that his publisher reached out and was like, "Would you like to have Mitch Albom on your show?" And I was like, yes. She's like, "Would you?"
Yeah.
He would like you to have a book before you talk to him. I'm like, yeah, that's cool.
AJ, I just want you to know you're welcome. You're welcome.
All great things are happening in the book club. Thank you, Jana.
All right, guys. I will see you guys at the end of Iron Flame. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here with me, and thank you all for watching. And
We love you. Yay!
I will see you guys next time.
Oh,
I'm gonna play the end credits again.
Okay, here we go.
I'm gonna play the
Bye,
opening
everybody.
credits again.
Haley's hoping. I don't know.